There's a special kind of loneliness that only happens around the people who are supposed to know you the best. It's not the loneliness of being physically alone, it's the loneliness of being surrounded by people who can't and don't see you. You're probably watching this video because the title resonated with you, because you feel this way. And if you feel this way, you've probably also heard, and maybe you've heard throughout your life, that you're too difficult or that you're too sensitive, you're too overwhelming. Maybe you've heard that you haven't tried hard enough to connect to these people. And maybe you've also heard that, hey, you haven't been around all that much. But if you think deeply about it, have you ever really been accepted as you are? Or are you rather forced into playing a role when you're with these people? Do you feel safe to show who you really are around them? Or is it an almost automatic switch into a performance, a mask that you've probably worn your entire life? I've lived through this dynamic, and this, if you experience this, it's an old childhood pattern. And here's how it works. When you were young, you needed your family for survival, not just physically, but also emotionally. Every child needs to feel seen and accepted and valued for who they are. But in some families and in some cultures, love comes with conditions. And one of those conditions is that your family expects you to be who they need you to be, not who you really are. It's possible that as a child, you saw the world differently than they did. You probably had values they couldn't understand, or interests they dismissed, or emotions they labeled as too much or too sensitive. Instead of celebrating what made you unique, they tried to shape you into their version of who you should be. Because in their eyes, you were not a separate person. You were an extension of them, an extension of the family system.